ma'am. Welcome to the Claggett residence. Please enjoy while I prepare some libation.
Oh,
So
wow,
Tawny,
this
I'm
is
so
gorgeous.
excited to share this house with you. So this was designed by Lillian Rice. And Lillian Rice was kind of the architect for the whole covenant, like the Inn at Rancho Santa Fe, all the shops that you see, the row homes that you see. She designed about 60 homes throughout her kind of era in Rancho Santa Fe. And I think she was so significant because she had such an influence on the architecture still today. And 100 years later, it's a century
She's probably
later.
one of the most famous architects.
So what's awesome is she really had some architectural details that she favored in the residences that she designed.
Yeah,
For example,
so what are those details?
she loved pagoda windows. What's interesting is we drove up in a pagoda 1970
That's right,
Mercedes,
yes.
which was influenced, or kind of like a little bit Asian influenced, and she did, and even though she was designing Mediterranean and Spanish homes, she always put a little bit of Asian influence into the homes.
I love that.
And so like over there you'll see the windows, and you'll see how they kind of swoop up and then fit into the architecture.
I mean, this house is so unique in itself, and these beams are incredible.
That was really one of her signature items in the way she designed architecture. And she would have mills here. Like there were people that would come here just to cut all this wood and to mill it for these homes. So like it was a very significant thing that this was happening in this kind of neck of the woods in the 1920s. And for Lillian Rice to be respected as an architect, being a woman in the 1920s, kind of in the outskirts of any major city, is really phenomenal. I mean, most of the architecture that was or notable architecture was in New York City, San Francisco, Chicago, maybe even in Miami, but it wasn't in Rancho Santa Fe. Nobody even knew where Rancho Santa Fe was at that time.
One of the most sought after places to live in all of the world.
Well, it is. And so she really influenced architecture for the past century in this part of California. And so it's long lasting, and her homes are almost like collector items. Like this house is super sought after. The Claggett family came from Chicago. He was a wealthy financier, and he brought his wife and his daughter here so they didn't have to live the harsh winters in Chicago. So it's pretty awesome that like even families from back then, they had to take the railroad to get here. There weren't ways to get here. There weren't airplanes. Right. They didn't drive cars for 10 miles an hour like in their Model Ts and Model A's.
Yeah.
So this was significant when the wealthy families would come out to Rancho Santa Fe to escape either hot weather in Arizona or say bad weather in Chicago or New York or other major cities.
Because we have that perfect Mediterranean climate right here in Rancho Santa Fe.
We do. And like, just think about it even today, when you sit at the lawn at the Inn at Rancho Santa Fe that she designed, like, it's just so beautiful and grand, and
really is.
it's like held the test of time or lasted the test of time, which I think it's really special what she created.
And I think you said it best when you said it feels like a collector's item. It's one of a kind, but just this labor of love.
Well, when you think about it, we're in a house with beautiful artwork everywhere, beautiful sculptures and art, but this house itself is a piece of art. I mean, it can't be duplicated. No one could build this house today the way it is. So literally, it is a piece of art. And that's why it's on the historic tour every single year. Like, people die to get to see this. I drove by this house for 25 years in a row. And then when I pulled up and realized this is the house I got to go see and meet the owner, I was blown away. I was like in awe.
Well, I can't wait to see the rest of the house.
And there's a lot to see.
I feel incredibly blessed to even be on this tour with you. So let's go check out the rest.
Follow me.
Wow, Sean, I love how these archways just open every room.
They are everywhere. That's really significant also about Lillian Rice. She has extensive beams. One of the things you're going to notice is like the lighting in here. Like, these were all designed by Lillian. Like the fireplace tiles.
Wow.
Like
so not just the house, but the details within it.
All the details inside. Like, she took care of everything. She was almost like a female version of Frank Lloyd Wright, where he was kind of similar to that. He would try to control everything in the complete environment. And she did the same, but she did it a little bit more organically. Like, it fit into the topography. Like, you can tell we're on this like perched 2-acre hillside right here, but you look at all these, there's balconies everywhere, looking over the canyons and the palm trees. And there's a guest house back there, there's a 4-car garage. You could have a tennis court down on the hillside, so it's really an estate.
Okay, now this is my favorite room.
So far, so good, right?
Yes.
So I have another surprise for you, because there's a really interesting room right around the corner.
Okay, I'm all about the
Follow me.
surprises. how cool.
This literally is every girl's dream.
It sure is.
So-
Looks like a humongous closet.
So this was the nursery once upon a time, and then her kids were all grown, so she turned it into her racetrack accessory room. So these are all hats that she wears to the races. She owned race horses, and so she loves to still go and goes all the time. So literally, this is like the fancy room for hats, purses, shoes, all that.
This is amazing. I love what she did with the plates.
Yes.
And you know me, I love horses, I love the races. So this is so fitting. I mean, the whole Rancho Santa Fe lifestyle too.
Well, what's really significant, another thing about Lillian Rice is she designed the home for Bing Crosby, his estate here. And Bing Crosby was actually one of the founders or responsible for bringing the Del Mar racetrack to San Diego. So there's such an integrated history with the architecture, with the celebrities, with like the whole lifestyle of equestrian, because we still have racing season going on right now, polo season starting up again in a couple weeks. We have a lot of things happening.
And you're so central.
We
This
are.
is the house to be in.
We can walk up right up to the street, go to the inn. Right down the street from there, there's the club, there's the tennis club, there's the golf club. Like everything is all right here.
Okay, I'm ready to move.
Yeah.
You know, I'm working up a thirst though, with
Well,
all this house.
I think our friend downstairs has something for us.
Okay, let's
Follow
go
me.
do this.
What I love about this backyard is like we're on this beautiful canyon. All the houses are so far away. I get super private back here. I mean, this house is like 4,500 square feet. You could have 4 bedrooms. It's segregated a little bit differently right now because there's library rooms and formal dining. There's maids' quarters. There's like a playroom. There's nanny rooms. Like it's really quite amazing property.
And a fresh lemon tree.
From the property, doesn't anybody love a martini with a fresh lemon?
So I do have to ask every time I see you, how's Cambridge 6 coming along?
It's great. So we have 2 in escrow. We have 4 left. We might be putting another one in escrow today.
Congratulations.
And so, thank you. And then those are going to be ready November, December, beginning of January. And then there's still time to pick finishes. So, and then we have this beautiful Santa Barbara style villa on Montgomery. And that one is a little over 2,000 square feet and is magnificent. Like you see the ocean from all through the trees, all the way to La Jolla. And then, of course, we have the house on Neptune, and that one, unbelievable. Stairs down to the beach, like 4-car garage. It is magnificent. Like there's no replacement for that property.
Let's cheers to you and
Okay,
taking me
cheers to
around
you.
this beautiful home.
Yep.
And then I think we should walk up to the village.
Let's go.
We're not leaving. We gotta drink these.
Oh,